Hello, it's Pernell here from Pernell and Q, back with part 2 of our little accordion journal. You remember we put the cover on the front, or one end, but not the other. So today, too much stuff. I'll show you what I've done. I added a few pages, so I now have this one. Oops, a little sticky. So I think here is where I added just a couple more, some nice brown paper. And then I was working on making some collaged envelopes the other night on these very leery yellow envelopes. I thought I would disguise somewhat. And look, it is pretty much exactly the right size. So I thought I will make this the back cover, or the back flap. Is that what I want to do? I think so. Let's do that. We'll start by putting on a back. I've been thinking about what I'd like to use this little accordion journal for, and partly it will be a scrap busting project, so just using what's in my box of scraps right next to me for the most part. Oh, look at that. Don't you love it when things are the exact size that you need? Okay, so now we have a bit of decoration on this page already. Yes, so I was thinking I will make it a scrap journal, but then this morning as I was looking out the window, I saw our first top-knot pigeons of this year, or this time of year. They're the craziest looking birds. They're quite large, 40 to 60 centimetres, so big birds. And they have this amazing mohawk. This really doesn't show it very well, but when you look at them, they seem to have very little heads with this very long plume coming off here. So one of the things that is nice is, okay, apologies for the slippage on the phone then, I'm not sure what happened. As I was saying, I thought as well as a scrap journal it might be nice to keep a bit of a record of just a daily log, but also maybe a bit of a nature journal. I'm going to probably change my mind every day as I'm doing this, but that's part of the joy of having such a little easygoing, informal kind of a journal. Doesn't have to be anything, it can just be something that evolves. So going through my scraps, I found this bit of, it's a particle grid from Dad's stash of stuff. Then I found another one that had already been cut, and I'm thinking, even though the top knots don't really, they're not very vocal, you rarely hear them, but I kind of like the fact that it's on the music page. So I think I'm going to do this, and on here I can just note the date of the birds. Oh look, I've got vintage, oh look, I've got vintage tape. Ooh, oh look, we could do that. Okay, change of plan, here we go. What was I just saying? I might change my mind, change my plan. Well, what a prophetic little comment. Okay, so let's put this with the pre-vintage tape. This was actually, in its original life, Oh, look, it matches his little thing, his little mohawk. This tape was in fact a double-sided tape, which Dad used for most things when he was gluing down all this data and research into the old sketchbooks. And it was really weird. Some of it just lifted off very easily, oops, leaving these nice strips. Some of it was absolutely stuck, not budging. Oh, look at that. What a happy little coincidence that is. Okay, and then I thought I'll glue this down. I also liked the shot of colour this little bit of green scrap brought. Just glue that one on there, and that way I get to keep the music, even though this bird doesn't say much. I think I read that it sometimes screeches, but really, unless you're really paying attention and lucky, you'll rarely see it. Today is the 7th of August. And the first 2 top knots arrived. We have a large Angophora out but down below, and last year I just noticed one, and it was by itself for quite a while before anybody else arrived. And when there's about 20 or 30, then they all move on. So they follow the food, of course. They're probably eating the figs in the fig tree. Okay, so there's page 1. Simple, but it's a record. It's going to be interesting when I'm next year trying to remember what date the pigeons arrived. I'll have this, if I can remember where the book is. Now I've got this lovely bit of eco-dyed paper, which I'm kind of loath to cover up. Isn't that the way you make a journal using scraps and then decide they're all too nice to use? But what I did find is this little, and it's actually, look, the old nest of a crow or pigeon. So whatever that was, it has pigeon. So I'm going to use it. And this is also relevant because I have finally, after a long break, started to watercolour again. And I was just swatching palette mud really here. But look, it's exactly the right size to go on here. So I might even put that one on as a pocket. It even kind of coordinates with the colour of the eco dye. Look at this. And you know, this is the joy of journaling, really, for me. Just all as you work and pull things out and think about what you want to put in, even if you have no idea when you begin. It's like it draws things together, and I love that. So I'd like to make a note here. Got all these nice little bits. Don't need anything very large. I'll just put another bit of that in. I just want to make a note that I started so August 2024, started painting again. I've set up my desk behind me and started painting desk. Can't talk and write at the same time. Started painting again. Hooray. Prompted in part by finding something I'd written many years ago about wanting to paint regularly and draw more regularly, which I discovered was 10 years ago that I wrote this plan of what I was going to do and haven't done any of it. So maybe now is the time. Okay, and then the next spread has this. Now when I have text or something busy like the music page, I like to add to it. This is, I suppose you could write over it if you wanted something a bit secretive, but I don't. I want to actually be able to write on it. And this is a nice way of using scraps. So all these little long scraps that I've been collecting here, are any of them the right size? I can just do it like that. Could do it like that. Oh, look, me. I like that. I probably won't do it over the crease. Will I? Will I? I don't know. No. No, I won't. Let's just do this. Nice bit of pattern on one side, so I'll keep that. Wonder if I could work out a little story. Me. You snakes are untrustworthy. Maybe not that bit. What happens if we cover that up? Remember people used to black out all the words in the page of a book, leaving just a few to create a poem. You could try something like that. Oh, rebuild my house. No, I don't want to rebuild my house. Maybe it's just going to be about me. Is this correct? The little old lady felt quite cheerful. It's a bit of a shock realising that some people are looking at you and thinking you're a little old lady. And I was joking about that this morning to Q, so perhaps I'll do that. Can't believe I'm doing that. But here we go. Let's I like it. Look. So I go. Oops. Thank goodness for glue stick, we can move it. Me. The little old lady felt quite cheerful. The prawn. I don't know that there's anything else Oh yeah. Very well honoured mother, that'll do. The little old lady felt quite cheerful. Very well honoured mother. There we go. Oops. There's my little poem. Me, the little old lady, felt quite cheerful. Very well honoured mother. Little old lady. I don't know that I can make anything of that, so I might just do that. Oh, that was a bit premature. Come back. Alright, we'll put this one on here. And there's a bunch of scraps used up. And we're ready to journal on this tomorrow when we see what happens tomorrow that we want to journal about. I like it. I like it, I like it, I like it. Only means something to me, but that's fine. It's my journal. Doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. Now, I just quickly wanted to show off something that I found this week that I've been coveting. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? I see people using ledger paper all the time, and I've never come across, other than old family ones I don't want to pull apart. This one's really falling to pieces, and it's from the 1950s, a local manufacturer of something metal. They only ever put goods in their thing, but they supplied metal goods to all sorts of people right up and down the eastern seaboard. Anthony Horden and Son, Musselbrook, Newcastle, Parramatta, Leeton, okay, down into Victoria. So look at all this. I have all this beautiful ledger paper, and I was thinking, oh yay, I can pull this apart and use it in my journals. And now I've brought it home, and I'm actually loving it so much. I don't think I'm going to pull it apart just yet. It's I don't know. It's history, isn't it? It's I mean, it has seen better days, and I can't imagine anybody else would love it as much. Maybe they would. Anyway, I'm really chuffed to have found this, and maybe that's what we'll put in there tomorrow or next time we work. So there we go. Been on a bit of a buy nothing stint, but for this I made an exception. So I hope you find your heart's desire and have fun playing in your accordion journal. See you next time.